Hey guys, I am doing a video today to talk about using technology, simple technology, easy choice boards and buttons and pictures for communication. So I've had some friends ask, how do I teach that? We start really simply. And of course it's going to be different for every child and what their needs are. But if I have a child who is not using any words, not using any gestures, not using eye contact, maybe using aggression or self-injurious behavior to try to communicate their wants and needs, I definitely want to try as many different modalities as I can, as many different options. So I'm going to pick the activities that are the most fun for that child. So the first few sessions, I'm just playing with that child, following that child's needs. If you are at home, you already know what those things are. But for me, I'm building that relationship and finding out what are the things that get that little one doing that belly laugh and giggling and just really happy. And after I have established a few of those items, then I start with just one technology at a time. And let's say for instance it is, you can't see, let me back up. So this is like a little, this is like a little scootery car that we have. I use Velcro. I buy a ton of Velcro and pop it on my buttons, and going to put it right on the top so that when my little one sits, when my little one sits on the bike, I'm going to sit behind them. They're gonna push. That says a different thing. I need to record it, and that's one of the reasons that I love this, is that I can change them so quickly. Pop to record, go, and back to play, and I pop it on my bike, put my little one on the bike, and I use an office chair in my hallway so that I don't have to bend over or break my back or go on my knees. So I go on my chair, pop them on, they put their feet here, they press, and then I zip it really fast if they like it, or slow down the hallway, zip, I pause, I wait. Most of my kiddos right away will hit that button for go, and I zoom off. Do you need to wait for eye contact? No. Do you need to wait for another gesture? No. What if instead of pressing, they make a vocalization? I take that as a communication. I'm not trying to get them to do something. And that's sometimes what fails, is that we try to teach our kids to do something or get something. And that's not what this is. We're trying to teach a replacement, a different way to communicate a need, a request. And so this is just one option that I have, that I can use. And so if they push, I'm going to go. Maybe they pause and they just look up to me. I go, and I say go, and I push. Then the other thing that I can do is I can make some pictures. So you can see I have a clipboard that I added some Velcro. I grab my picture of the bike, pop that right on the button so that they can see, and also a way as they build their language, I can put this on the refrigerator or on a table, a coffee table, and later throughout the day I can have these out. And if they wanted to go on the scooter, maybe this is something in the basement or outside, so it's not always in view, that they can go and get, but then they could go and pull off that picture. So I'm using a voice output, a gesture maybe, because I'm always going to give a gesture along with the the voice output and our picture, so that they have multiple ways of communicating. And I need to build all of those things together. Initially, I'm only going to put one thing out at a time, because I don't know if my child is able to discriminate and choose from those different things. So I don't put that board out. I'm just going to do the activity that I know they love to do and put my voice output device, pop my picture on there, start going and playing. Now, what about those kiddos that maybe get upset when they want to be all done with something and they don't know how to communicate? So when they want to be all done, maybe they got overwhelmed or they just want to do something different. I don't want them to, again, aggress or engage in self-injurious behavior or have a tantrum. For that, I don't use a button. I use one of just a super easy iPad app. And I love this one because it takes seconds to create. If I wanted to create a new board, I can just hit plus and I get a blank screen. I can hit edit. I can quickly just even pop on my camera and I could take a picture of my phone, and now I have that as a choice board. And so it could be, phone, and then I didn't type in phone there, but that quickly I can type in phone because maybe they want to play with my phone, and then I have that board. And it says phone because that's what I typed in. I don't want that one though. I wanted to show you my all done. For my all done, I just use a simple stop sign. Throughout the day when I'm working with my kiddo, when we are done playing with whatever it is, we're done with the sensory tub, we are done reading a book, we're done playing with our blocks, I am going to press this and I'm going, it says all done. And I model that throughout the day. That's one of our keys with our communication devices. We need to model it. We need to be using the pictures, the boards, the output devices, whatever it is, we need to be modeling that throughout our day as well. So whenever I'm done, I'm saying all done so that they understand and can pair that picture, meaning I'm all done with something. So maybe we're riding along on our scooter or we are swinging in our swing and I pause and they don't push that button. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, sorry, that says Candy, hang on. Swing. So I'm going to, let's say they're in our swing and they're not pushing the button. I'm going to give them, this I usually keep in the swing with them. I'm going to hold up both. All done, swing. And if they want to be all done, they're going to hit all done. Otherwise, they're going to hit that swing. And then that way, I'm not trying to pull them out of the swing when actually they were just pausing because maybe they needed to regulate. Maybe they just wanted a break. Maybe they were just thinking about something else. But I can give them that option, and they don't have to worry about trying to find or discriminate because they're very, very different looking. And this works well for the kids that haven't really figured out, and they can just kind of slap all over, and it is the only thing that they're going to get. Okay, so then as our kiddos are after I've maybe just did the scooter one day, next day I do the swing, I have my big beanbag that we like to jump and bounce in. Then before I pop it on my board, I take my pictures and I put my pictures either on or next to the item. So I take my picture of the beanbag, don't know where that is, that's all right. Take my picture of the swing, put that on the swing. Take my picture of the beanbag, put that on my beanbag. Then when they come into the room, they can go over, and there's 3 different things they can choose from, and we start helping them to make that choice. And initially, they're gonna go to the swing, and they're gonna, maybe push that picture to the floor. Maybe they give it to us. Maybe they just go up to that swing that's hanging and pull on it. I grab that picture, I say swing, and I pop it on my button. Swing. And I pick them up and put them in the swing, put the little button in the swing, and then I push. And as I'm pushing, the only words I am saying are swing, swing. And my hand, as I'm doing this, is making that gesture that I'm going to use for swing. So now I have a button that has a voice output. I have a picture that is helping them to hopefully eventually be able to make a choice. And I have that gesture. I use our platform swing as a way to do spin. And I don't spin them in this, so that way if they want to spin, they have a different way to communicate. Because what if they're in the swing and they actually want to spin? How do they communicate that to me? It gets to be really tricky. Today I was swinging a little one in the hammock swing, and she did the sign for spin. Did she get confused? She didn't push the button for swing, which she had been doing. She looked at me and did this. So I spun her. She stopped, she looked at me. It wasn't what she wanted, but that's okay. She made a mistake, but even though I thought she wanted swing, since she communicated the sign for spin, I spun her. And then she didn't get mad, fortunately. But even if we know they want something, we don't want to give them swing if what they signed was spin. Making sense? I know there's so much, and it's so confusing because it is so individual. These are all physical actions. I typically start with that. If it's a snack time or a play time, there are some tabletop things I will do as well. So I'm going to take my bubbles, for instance, have my bubble icon. There we go. There's my bubbles. Put my bubbles and my bubble picture right in front of my bubbles. And then maybe I will take, missing a button. Here's a button. Cracker. See how easy it is? That's why. These things cost anywhere from $12 to $15, depending on what company you get them from. Some come with batteries, without. I definitely like different colors, especially for my kids that have visual impairments. The different colors, sometimes they are able to see the color as opposed to the actual picture. I like the green for the go. Anyway, crackers. So I've got the other key with our requests are things that they can't get themselves. So having a container that they can't open themselves, popping that right down so I have my crackers, my bubbles, nice far apart. Also keeping that iPad with the all done. A lot of times kids will come up and they will just hand me the crackers. That's awesome. I take the crackers. If they look at me, that is great. Am I going to force eye contact? No. Remember, that processing, trying to coordinate a gesture, a voice, and eye contact, too overwhelming and too hard for some of our kiddos. Any form that they're giving us, and it might be different. Maybe your child has apraxia, maybe a speech delay, maybe autism, maybe sensory processing, maybe Down syndrome. It doesn't matter what difficulty your child is having in communicating. We don't want to complicate it by making them like, well, that form of communication wasn't good enough, you need something else. And some of our kids, the way their brain works, it's different. One day they're going to give me the item, the next day they're just going to push it towards me, then they're going to push maybe a vocalization, maybe a point. It doesn't matter. I will take anything and everything and reward it. Am I using food? Yes, but only because the child is hungry and looking for a snack. Whatever those snacks might be, freeze-dried strawberries, the goldfish crackers because that's a kiddo's favorite, whatever it is. Some kids, I don't use any food at all, and we use balls and bubbles and cars. Out of all of the icons that I showed you, there's only one food item. But it is important to be able to request food and have difference in food. Okay, so I have this down. They hand me the item. What if they just push it into my lap? That one I am gonna just kind of be like, what? Because I do have some kiddos that will toss or throw, and it has hit parents in the head and can be aggressive. So that throwing or tossing, I want to get a little bit more communicative than just that. Or what if they take my hand, put it on the item, so now I'm holding it. Oh, cracker! But it's not open, so I'm holding it. I might hold off because, again, not sure. What is it you wanted me to do with that? If it is a child that this is a very appropriate way for communicating, then I'm going to absolutely say cracker. Open up my crackers, push my cracker button, give them one, or sometimes I have a plate and give them a couple at a time. It's not like I'm feeding them necessarily one, but I do want to have multiple trials. I want to be able to practice it more than once. While they're chewing, sometimes they're going to hit our bubbles. I'm going to spritz. Sorry, I didn't put any bubble juice in for this one. Spin my bubbles. What if they describe the bubbles and blow it themselves? Awesome. I'm not trying to take anything away. Again, I'm not trying to get them to do anything. I'm trying to give my kiddos a voice, a way to communicate when they want something. All right, I've probably overwhelmed way too much information. But hopefully it's a start, and message me. I'm happy to try to coordinate to do a live or do something to give you individual advice if this didn't fit for your child. Best of luck and talk soon. Bye-bye.